Preface by Major General Sir Frederick Morris. Lord Robert Cecil has said that he is amazed at the false picture of war given by the history books, and that he trusts that the historians of the future will give us a better picture of what war really is than have historians of the past. I doubt if they will. They are concerned with the statesmen who direct and the generals who control, rather than with the soldier who fights. They have neither time nor space to concern themselves with the things that matter to the men in the ranks. We can only get the things that matter, the misery, suffering, and endurance, the filth, the horror, the desolation, which are a part, and the greater part even, of the most triumphant progress in modern war, from the men who have experienced them. The reason for the publication of this diary is given by the author in his entry for October 6. The only way to stop war is to tell these facts in the school history books, and cut out the rot about the gallant charges, the victorious returns, and the blushing damsels who scatter roses under the conquering hero's feet. Every soldier knows that the rewriting of the history books would stop war more effectively than the most elaborately covenanted league which tired political legal minds can conceive. Again, in the last entry of all, written after the author has been watching the Swedish royal troops changing guard at the palace, is there no one with the courage to tell them that war is not like this, that there will come a day without music and no admiring eyes, but when the lice are in their hair and the scabs are on their tongue? Surely our years of sacrifice were vain if the most highly educated people in Europe remain in ignorance of the real nature of war and are open scoffers at the League of Nations. These are not the words of a conscientious objector, nor of a neurasthenic, introspective man. They are written by a keen, healthy-minded, sport-loving young Englishman, who passed through the war at the front, did his duty nobly, and behaved with great gallantry. He describes in vivid, clear language just what he saw, and he does not cover up the horrors with fine phrases, but just sets them down in their place alongside the stories of devotion and sacrifice which make up the high lights in the picture. It is remarkable that this story, which even today makes one shiver, is not an account of the grim struggle for the defense of Ypres, of the grimmer fight through the mud to Passchendaele, nor of the great retreat when the Germans swarmed over our lines in March 1918, but of the period when the tide had turned definitely in our favor, and our army swept forward to final victory. It is an account of triumphant war, as seen in the front line. We are told that the public today is weary of war books. It may well be weary of war books of a certain kind, but I hope it is not weary of learning the truth about the war, and every word in this book rings true. One of the surest ways to get another war is to forget about the past war. F. Morris, 30th of November, 1922. Hear now a song of broken interludes, a song of little cunning, of a singer nothing worth. Through the naked words and mean may ye see the truth between, as the singer knew and touched it in the ends of all the earth. Rudyard Kipling. End of preface.